Much better.
Yes. Oh, I like your hair. It's almost my color. I have to tell you, for over 30 years, I lived on the street. I lived in bug-infested rooming houses. I lived in parks and jail. And 15 years ago, I got my first one-bedroom apartment, and I can't tell you what that felt for me. My own washroom, my own kitchen, and a balcony, and I'm talking huge. But it actually took me a year to unpack because I kept thinking they made a mistake and I was going to lose this housing. And after I realized it was mine to keep, is when I started to unpack these boxes that I left around for years. And I thought, what is this junk? Because that's what it was. It was a bunch of junk I found on the streets and carried it around forever. And then I was able to fill that out and start my new life of having a roof over my head. I helped get my mental health fixed, because when you live on the street, it's very hard to do that, or medications, or anything like this here. I was in and out of CAMH, Center for Addiction and Mental Health, for over 30 years, and they never once asked me, when I was released, all they gave me was a token and a prescription. I had no money to fill it, and I had no place to go. And when I got my first one bedroom, I couldn't believe it. But then there was a problem because I always drank. You know, I'd be living out the street, you do different things, and I used to drink to self-medicate, but then I got addicted. So I go back to my doctor and I said, listen, Doc, I need some help here. A fly would bite me, he'd die of an alcohol overdose. I started to get in some support, and he said, oh, for goodness sakes, Linda, you have schizophrenia, you're bipolar, you're illiterate, so drink, there's no hope for you. And I said, I'm not going to get mad, I'm going to get even. I went and I took every course I could get my hands on. I learned how to read and write. I read my first book when I was 48 or 47, and I have to tell you, now I understand when people say, well, the movie was good, but the book was better. I'm 7 now. So it was unbelievable. So I got myself all checked. I did volunteer. I volunteered at the Center for Addiction and Mental Health, and I used to volunteer on the telephone support line. Then they hired me. And I remember getting my first paycheck. I thought, oh my God, $2,400. I was working all this overtime. Because people make this kind of money. They must have made a mistake. Then I felt guilty, but that didn't last long. I got my hair done, and I feel bad. Now I did, my boss said to me, why don't you put this color in your hair? I said, listen, I went in, I asked for highlights. They must have thought it matched my glasses. But if you give me a raise, I'll go to better hairdresser. So it was just amazing, being able to do all this stuff. I finally made it from being on the street, learning to read and write, getting off the alcohol, addictions, all the stuff I went through, and finally I got my dream job. But then what happened was I couldn't work. I had to quit because my rent went up. I got eviction notice because they froze my bank account. So all the money was going in there, I couldn't get it. So here I got eviction notice, and ODSP cut me off because what a mess. I thought, oh no, I'm 61 going on 21. I thought I wasn't going to make it to 30 or 40, can you imagine? And I really wanted to do something about this so we could help other people, because working is so healing. And when I was working at Chamberlain for the units, I'd get up, I would put the Richard Simmons tape on money, I could help dance, and I didn't call anybody, it's about choice. Next thing I know, all the patients and the staff were dancing with me. And it's about having fun in the moment, because when that's where you have to be, you want to really have something, and you want to really feel good about yourself. So what I really want to do is to help other people to come forward so we can change these rules, because working is healthy. And I'm telling you, I do stand-up comedy, I play the drums, and look at me now. Thank you.